Welcome back to High Stakes MMA. We're here to break down this week's fight card for UFC 262. We're set for a good one. We got a banger of a card coming up here. Hopefully it stays intact until Saturday. For the first fight on the card, we got Christos Giagos versus Sean Soriano. For Giagos, coming on a one-fight win streak out of Black House MMA, taking on Sean, 14-6 out of Sanford MMA. This one should be a good one. Giagos, a pretty good wrestler. From what I've seen, good top control. He fishes for submissions, even if he don't get the sub. He still threatens with the submissions to get into a better position. In his last fight, he had minus on defense the whole time. The fight and he did cruise to the decision win. Even back when he fought Josh Emmett in West Coast Fighting Championship, he was able to get Josh down multiple times until he did eventually get hit with that big shot, that big overhand. But if Giagos can get the fight taken down early and often, I do like how it goes for him.
Yeah, on this one, I'm definitely on Giagos. I don't know if it's Giagos or Giagos, but yeah, I'm going to say Giagos for the sake of it. But yeah, I'm definitely on Giagos on this one. He's definitely going to be the bigger man, the stronger man. He's the more grapple-heavy fighter out of the two. I think Sean's definitely live for an early KO in this one. The only thing is I'm not really high on Sean at all. He's fought good competition. Whenever he has a step up in competition, he loses, and sometimes he gets finished whenever he fights those higher level opponents. With Giagos, though, he's fought the best of the best, and he's actually hung in there with them, and he's done well. And like Mark said earlier in his career when he fought Emmett, he did have some successful takedowns, and even split Emmett open, pretty wide open with a good elbow from bottom. So the man can do work from bottom. He can do work from top. Like he mentioned also in that minus fight, he did have total domination on that fight. A lot of people were kind of mad because he couldn't actually pull out the finish, even though he was coming in on 6 days' notice. With that, I did listen to some interviews afterwards. He was saying that pretty much he didn't want to exert himself and blow his arms out, so he wouldn't be there in the third round. So you can't be mad at the man for that. He was definitely had the right game plan, so it shows a good fight IQ. The comeback with Sean, though, man, to me, he's just an average fighter when it boils down to it. An average fighter, great when he's fighting, lower level competition. He has a lot of fights over there in CES. And some of those fights with lower level competition, man, he fought to those opponents' level. So it's not like he was stepping up and completely overmatching them. He was stepping down and going tit for tat with them, which is kind of, a red flag to me. I definitely like Giagos in the spot, and I believe the line reflects it. He's like a minus 200. And let's be real here, the only real reason Sean's getting the call back to the UFC, because this is his second stint in the UFC. The only reason he's getting the call back is because he's Chandler's training partner. So let's not forget about that. But yeah, man, on this one, I definitely like Giagos.
And what I see from Soriano, he is a decent striker. He has a nice combination. He throws a ton of kicks. He loves to soften his opponents up with the quick leg kicks. In his last fight was earlier this year. We had a big win at the UAE Warriors, which got him the call back to the UFC. It's been like you said, second stint. I think it's like 5 or 6 years since he was last in the cage. When he lost 3 straight and got his walking papers. But he is going to have to stop the takedown in this fight and to even have a chance to land something. But I'm with you on this one. I'm also going Giagos. He's around minus 200, 220, depending on where you're looking. For Soriano, plus 180. But I am going Giagos on this one as well.
Yeah, and Soriano, you bring up his last fight. I believe that was against Noad Lahat, the Israeli fighter. He is a former UFC fighter, and I believe he did have a losing record in the UFC and went to Bellator and had a losing record there. So not on the Bellator. He might have not had one there. I don't have his record up in front of me, but regardless, it wasn't a great showing when he went to Bellator, and then even then when he went to UAE, he got knocked out over there. So I'm not the highest on Noad. Which in turn doesn't give me quite confidence in Sean, in that finish that Sean has. But yeah, in this spot, I'm all over Giagos. I do plan to put him in a parlay. I don't like him enough to put him in straight, but I definitely plan putting him in one of my parlays for sure.
So 18-8 Giagos taking on 14-6 Sean Soriano. Looks like we're both on Giagos on this one.